All right, I'm back again already because there's so much to talk about that I just kind of, I don't know, I feel like I glossed over my first video with comparing it with my Evo. One of the big things too that I wanted to mention was the brakes on this car. I know they also are a big thing that get a lot of hate. I haven't had any issues either with the brakes. These have been pretty great, but compared to Brembo's that the Evo had, they're probably definitely lacking in that category. And that is another mod that I would love to do one day is, put in Brembo brakes from an STI on here. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think that there's been a lot of really good reviews on YouTube that have showed how easy it is to just swap these brakes with the Brembos. And that was something that I wanted to mod as well in this car down the road. That'll be way down the road though, obviously 3 years from now. I'm planning on keeping this car hopefully for at least 10 years. I do think of this car as an investment, but it's just one of those things where I watched the price of my Evolution. After I sold it, I watched it go up pretty much over 20,000, and then some people were paying even 30,000 for great Evolutions. And I think that that's been a really interesting thing with the especially these rally cars, is the price. That was something else I wanted to talk about. Is I think this is going to do the same thing that the Evolution did, where it's just going to go up in value in the long run, because this might be the last generation of the WRX here. So I hope it's not, but it'll be great investment wise if it is, because I think that these cars are going to be very, very sought after here in 10 years. So I guess we'll see in 10 years from now how true that statement is. But it's just, I think the nostalgia of it has been something that I've thought about with the Evo. It's like ever since I sold that car, that's all I thought about was I want to get another one. I want to get another one. And unfortunately, the situation just never was right. I almost picked up a 2008 Evolution X last year there was a really good deal. It was for what I think was a really good deal. It was $18,000, but it had 94,000 miles on it. It's completely stock, which was something that's the only way I would buy these cars, is completely stock. Just because I think there's just peace of mind knowing that, hey, there hasn't been any crazy modifications to the car. There's not been anything that anyone's really done to it that would hurt the engine or the internals or anything like that. And it's just, for me, it's just, that's the only way I think to buy these cars is stock or lightly modified. But that's something that I think is just opinion based, but I think it served me pretty well for buying cars in the past. I had a 2008 Civic Si. I really enjoyed that car, but I don't know, there's just something about all-wheel drive and turbocharged that I've always enjoyed. And that was the big thing that I wanted to talk about too, was with this car, it's just, I wish it had the induction noises that my Evo had. I really like hearing, just the sounds of the intake, and then you hear your bypass valve letting out air, and just, I think it's one of the best sounds. I like hearing that over the exhaust, and it's something that I don't really hear that many people talk about, but it's one of those things that to me, it makes it way more fun, way more engaging to drive. It's just a blast. But yeah, that's gonna be something that down the road I'm looking forward to liven up the car. It's you can really hear it. You can still hear the intake in here when you're going on the highway and things like that. It's just not as loud as I like it. It's really quiet, but it's still fun. It's still fun to like really just turn off the music and have the windows up and listen to the intake. And the engine noises I think are great on this car, but definitely would be cool to hear it a lot louder. I love the steering wheel on this car. That is something. The Momo steering wheel in my 2003 Evolution was awesome. That was a great steering wheel as well. But this one, for a Subaru steering wheel, it's great. And the other thing that I use that I love in this car that the Evo did not have is the lane keep assist, which I know is another thing that probably people don't want in their cars, especially cars like this. But it's being able to set cruise control and have cruise control with that lane keep assist is awesome. It really hugs to your lane and just does a really good job of taking fatigue off you when you have to drive further. So that's another really cool thing that I missed in my first video that I wanted to talk about, was having cruise control, having heated seats. I do like the infotainment system. That's another thing that people say they could live without, is this big infotainment. I really like it. I use Apple CarPlay with it, and I haven't had any issues. There's just a little bit of lag when you change songs, things like that, but it's nothing that's unbearable. It's just I think just nitpicking there. But the really cool thing with that lane keep assist, it's just makes it so easy to drive, like on the highway. And it's like you can shut it off. You don't have to have that while you're in cruise control. But having cruise control and a manual transmission is wonderful. The Civic Si, the 2008 Civic Si I had that as well. So that was really cool to see that in a manual car. And really, I've been driving manuals now for almost 20 years, and that's all I wanted. So for the last few years, I've just been saving up for a car that I would enjoy. And really, this was the only one that checked all the boxes and the criteria of things that I wanted, except for the GR Corolla. The GR Corolla as well was a car that I really loved. I was really excited we were getting that here in America. And I still think it's a phenomenal car, but some of the engine issues it's been having kind of scared me. And I think these engines, the engines they have in this car, are pretty bulletproof. They put them in everything, and I think as long as you take care of it, it's going to be a great, reliable car. I think everything inside of it, like the whole interior, how it's black, I really love that. I did get the mirror that came with my car. I wouldn't have chose this as the upgrade if it was offered, but I didn't know about it. It's great. It links right to my garage, and it was super easy to pair. And just press a button and my garage door will open, and press it and it closes. And I can also shut it off. It does the auto dimming as well, which is really cool. And now the mirror's one of those things that it might be something that I wouldn't want to live without anymore, just because of how good the dimming is. I don't ever feel like I'm getting blinded by anybody anymore. And I always felt like I was being blinded in all my other vehicles. The Evo was great because it had the big wing in the back. So the wing always, I don't know, they set it up perfect in that car where it really, if somebody was behind you and their lights are on you, you didn't even see it because the wing was blocking it out, which was really, really nice. I really like that about my Evo. I also like that this has heated mirrors, so I'm not out there waiting or scraping or, waiting for them to thaw out, things like that. When I had this car in March, we got a little bit of frost, and, I just put on the defrost and have no issues with that at all. It just cleared up my windows real quick. Everything feels really, really good in this car, which has been awesome. Because that was the other thing I wanted to talk about too, is like when I first bought it, I was like, dang, I think I made a really, really poor decision. Not just financially, but I just wasn't sure, because like I test drove the car in 2023 with the 2022, and that was the first time, and I was like, wow, this car is incredible. I love it. Love the way it handles. Got to take it out and just have fun with it for about 30 minutes, and I really loved that car. But yeah, it was just, I didn't want to spend as much as I did, and I couldn't imagine spending $40,000 plus on a GR Corolla, where I don't know if I would be as happy with that car as I am with this one. So I really feel like after like the buyer's remorse wore off, everything, where I was just, worried. I was worried that, I'm not getting as good as gas mileage as my other car. I'm not, I think in the Evo, I think I always got around 28 miles per gallon, which was incredible. No matter how I drove that car, it seemed like it always got 28 miles per gallon. this car definitely rewards you when you drive a little slower in it. It rewards you with more gas mileage. And that's kind of the cool thing with it is, you know, you can basically just get better or worse gas mileage depending on how you drive. And then I have about a 20-minute commute into work, and that's where I would say just driving slow, hitting the stops, that really eats up my gas mileage. So I end up getting around 24 miles per gallon, which still isn't bad, especially in a car like this. But maybe that's just a little bit of coping. I don't know, but it's just been so fun to drive, and that's something that like I'm really excited about. I think every day I get more excited about this car, and that was something that I had with the Evolution, where it was just so fun to just go out there, go to car meets, have some fun, meet new people, things like that. But this car has just been one of those cars where I'm just really, really excited. I really love what they did with it. Yeah, it would be cool to have a WRX that didn't have any of these, you know, niceties, necessities, anything like that, where, you know, you don't have cruise control, you don't have a big screen. But it's something now that I'm older, I do appreciate it a lot more. I really do enjoy just having everything, like the Apple CarPlay has been great. And I love that all my windows they're able to basically just one touch, roll up, roll down. That's great. Really cool. Another cool feature. I like that the pedals are they're metal. They're like how my Evo had the metal pedals as well. So I think that is another really nice thing. Just a nice touch to the car, and the flat underneath the steering wheel is really, really nice too as well. Gives you a little bit of extra space, a little bit better grip, where it's just, oh man, I don't know, it's just so much fun. The interior of this car is great. The seat space has been great as well when I come back. So I have my car positioned how I normally sit, and if I come back here and even sit behind myself, I've got plenty of room. So like my knees are still great, plenty of space back here, plenty of head clearance in the back when I'm sitting back here. Got charging ports for the kids for their iPads, so that's great. My son doesn't really care too much about the car. He does enjoy riding in it, but my daughter is the one who really, really just loves it. She gets in here and she passes out usually in the first like 5 minutes of the car drive, and she when we get back home after 20-30 minutes of driving, she wants to get right back in the car. She doesn't want to get out of it. She gets mad at me for taking her out. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I really think the car is just really, really well built, really well designed. Everything with it's been great. Like I said, I do miss my Evo, but I like all the things that this car has in it, everything that it has to offer. It just makes it so much easier in life, especially just commuting to work or long commutes out to other states, things like that. But yeah, I think I pretty much hit up on everything that I wanted to talk about, comparing it to the Evo. If there's other things that you have questions about with the Evo, I'll be more than happy to answer that and do another video and talk about it. But yeah, I think it's been just a fun ride, and I'm excited. So thanks everyone for joining in again. All right, bye.